Stella sighs. Oh no! You won't be able to save everyone. You might not even be able to save yourself. Welcome home. Hey everyone, it's Welonz with Scarlet Hollow today. This is a visual novel, a horror visual novel by the people who made Slay the Princess, Black Tabby Games. Actually, they started making this before Slay the Princess, but it's not finished yet. There's 4 episodes out right now, and they just came out with an update that overhauled the first 2, adding new content, just updating it in general, I guess. I really liked Slay the Princess, so I was curious about Scarlet Hollow even though it's not finished yet. Why don't we check out the entire first episode today, and we'll see. This might be kind of a long video. Your name is Welonz, but not spelled like an internet username. You live in... does this matter? Maybe it's like the city that I'm originally from? Maple Creek. I just made it up. It's probably a real place somewhere. I am she, her. I've heard Scarlet Hollow is quite reactive and there's a lot of choices that make your playthrough different, so they're probably setting up the foundation for that here. Select 2 traits. Traits unlock additional paths and dialogue options. We can be powerful, commanding, imposing, mystical, strange and unusual. Talk to animals. A gift and a curse. Street smart. Fast talker, you can read people and read the room. Keen eye. Observant with a knack for picking up small details. Empathetic. Book smart. Well-read and rational. Hot. Extremely good looking. A natural flirt. People just like you, probably because you're a good person. What? Being hot and being good are not the same thing, but maybe being hot will make people think you're good. Sure, of course we're hot. Can we be like hot and stupid? Stupid's not a trait. Maybe street smart then? Hot? These two, I think they go well together because you're social, right? So, yeah? Oh, my himbo dreams are dead. We can't be stupid apparently. You jolt awake as the bus hits a particularly nasty bump. You feel like you'd only just managed to start drifting off, and now here you are, awake again and still exhausted. For a moment, you're hazy on the details of where exactly here is, confusing this bus with the many others that came before it. But as your mind continues to reassert its existence in the waking world, the past few days come back into focus. The long-lost cousin, the bad news, the 26 hours of bus rides with countless late-night stops and CD depots that would have felt unsafe even in the middle of the day. You wouldn't normally find yourself traveling like this, but your cousin bought the tickets. 26 hours of bus rides? I think I would rather do a more expensive flight at that point. By the way, as you've noticed already, no built-in voice acting in this one unfortunately, so you'll have to bear with me. The funeral of Pearl and Scarlet, your cousin's mother and your aunt, seemed like something you shouldn't ignore, even considering your own late mother's rocky relationship with this side of the family. Fortunately, the end of your long journey is in sight. You're almost in Scarlet Hollow. So anyway, as I was saying... Oh no, he's still here. He's been sitting next to you for the past 5 hours talking at you without pause. You're not sure he even stopped when you started to doze off. At first, you thought he was just being friendly, but that was several hours of one-sided conversation ago. Oh, I hate that. It's like you're at the barber or at the dentist and they keep talking to you when you don't want to talk, clearly. I was up in Maryland, looking for work, but mostly messing around because I was a dumb teen. Me and my buddies were doing our usual prank stuff, you know, pushing joggers into the harbor, that sort of thing. That doesn't... I'll see how long he goes on for. Remain silent. You do your best to keep a blank face. Waking up, and by extension, accidentally giving this strange man permission to keep talking to you, was a mistake. So this girl comes up to us, swinging her purse, yelling about how she was gonna call the cops or whatever. It was hilarious! You sound mean. She actually hit my friend and he said it hurt a lot, so I guess she really was mad and not just playing. But she kept swinging, and soon enough she lost her balance and fell into the harbor all on her own. We didn't even have to push her. We had a good laugh and fished her out. Her phone got soaked, so she couldn't call the cops on us. We wound up hanging out all day. She kind of became my girlfriend after that, and we've been on and off about a year. So it's pretty serious. Oh yes, very serious. Slightly less creepy that she was convinced enough to be your girlfriend, I guess. Though about 5 months ago, she tried to break up with me, like for real, and jeez. Never mind. You ever get so mad you just wanna, like, kill somebody? Did he say she tried to break up with him? You can't even begin to imagine what that might feel like. Nobody's ever broken up with you. Oh, so this is like a me-specific, hot-specific internal monologue. Kinda like the different voices in Slay the Princess. What does this shirt say? I want to yeah? Wait, can we see that actually? These buttons are the dialogue history. Okay. I was wondering if there was a remove dialogue box option just so I can see his shirt here. If he's gonna talk about killing people, I don't know if I want to threaten him. Give it a go. Yeah, kind of feel like killing someone right now, actually. You flash him a knowing glare. See, you get it. You never know what a broken heart's gonna do to you until you're staring at it face to face. It can change a person, you know? Makes them think things they never thought they could. I honestly could have killed that woman! Ha! Anyway, she's giving birth to our son right now, so I'm trying to get up to Virginia to be there for it. But I don't know if I'm, like, into that stuff, so I might just wind up on a bus to New York or something instead. I've always wanted to go there. Hey, driver! How much longer to the next stop? 10 minutes. Everything all right back there? Everything's fine! You don't have to bring the driver into this. We're just chatting. We're pals. Oh, so you've sensed that I don't want to talk to you? Look, fatherhood's just scary, that's all. Plus her mom is there, so it's not like she's alone. Her mom doesn't like me much, so it'd probably just make things super stressful. Gee, I wonder why she doesn't like you much. She'll understand, she's chill. Anyways, where'd you say you were headed? Don't tell him. Just a small town. You probably haven't heard of it. Before? Oh, damn it. It's probably Scarlet Hollow, right? Or the Holler, as they call it in these parts? That's the only other stop until this bus turns around. I ride it pretty often, so I'd know. Almost nobody ever goes up that way. Though, actually... Had a couple of buddies who went up there to work in the mine. There was a coal mine in the Holler, you see? And there's always a job listing or two on the boards around here. I've never wanted to do that kind of thing myself. I like my lungs the way they are, thanks, but my buddies got desperate enough to try it. I haven't heard from them in a while, now that I think about it. I should see if they're on Facebook. See how they're doing up there. Yeah, go do that. Hope they didn't die! He looks back at his phone, for once focused on something other than you. Oh, this is me! It was lovely meeting you. Hope you don't get too bored without me around to talk to. He interrupted me just now, I didn't even click continue. Here, I have something for you. The stranger rifles through his pack before presenting you with a dripping bag of peanuts. They're boiled peanuts! I got them at a gas station a few buses back. I noticed you haven't eaten much, so I figured you could use them more than me. Plus, they dripped all over my bag, so I don't want to carry them anymore. Sometimes picking a dialogue option establishes new facts about who you are. Oh, okay. Do you want to be allergic? This could turn out to be fatal later on. That'd be hilarious. I'm actually allergic to peanuts. Oh, these could probably kill you then, couldn't they? Yeah, they could. Get out of here. Well, like I said, I'm done carrying them. They're yours. Oh god. Wait, I'm allergic and you just gave me the peanuts? The young man sets the peanuts down on the empty seat next to him. The juices dribble out through the bottom of the bag and into the upholstery, instantly soaking it in peanut brine. And with that, I leave you. Safe travels, friend. Okay, bye. Get out of here. Ew. And just like that, you're alone. The stranger's peanuts soaking into the seat across from you. You do your best to hold your breath as the bus rattles to your destination. I'm gonna die before we even get there. Don't touch the peanuts. Next stop, Scarlet Hollow. End of the line. Almost there. The bus finally comes to a stop. Its brakes squealing as it deposits you in front of the Scarlet Hollow bus station. The sign at least reads bus station, but calling it that feels disingenuous. At best, it's a kiosk. Though for a small town like this, you're amazed there's so much as a road, let alone a bus that drives on it every week. The driver quickly shuts the doors behind you and starts the engine, kicking up dust clouds as he pulls away, eager to leave you and this place behind. Hey, Welonz. Oh, I thought that was me. I guess I saw this person on the Steam store page. I thought it was me. I guess it's my cousin, or it should be. You instantly recognize a worn young woman from the few public photos on her Facebook page. She's your cousin, Tabitha, and she looks annoyed to be here. Make a good first impression with a winning smile. You've never met someone who was able to resist your ability to make a good first impression. You flash a soft smile and give your condolences. Ah, yeah, that's right. We're not here for something fun. Tabitha, it's so nice to finally meet you. I was sorry to hear about your mom. Thanks. For a brief moment, Tabitha is put at ease before she quickly straightens up and the annoyance returns to her face. Kinda worked. It might not have been much, but you can confidently notch up another victory courtesy of the winning Welonz smile. I foresee good things happening with this hot option. We can flirt with everybody we meet. Come on, let's go. I don't want to spend any more time down here than I have to. Your cousin turns emotions to an old BMW parked near the bus kiosk. You follow her, clambering into the dusty relic. It doesn't take much driving before the only signs of civilization are the car you're in and the road you're on. Tabitha maintains an icy silence as she focuses on the road. Dialogue options labeled Explore can usually be taken without advancing the story. They can impact relationships and unlock additional story paths, so choose carefully. Notice that it doesn't say impact positively, so if you say something insensitive, then people will get pissed at you. Okay, got it. I made the text a little bit bigger, but looks like it's might be a bit buggy here. Oh, we've never met before. How are you holding up? Fine. You don't have to hide how you're feeling around me. We're family, even if we've just met. She sighs a particularly heavy sigh. Look, I appreciate your concern, but I'm fine. Really. Let's not say this one. I can't believe we've never actually met before this. You have your mom to thank for that. Or had, I guess. Yeah. She seems automatically pissed at me because something went on between our moms. Yeah, I don't... this is the town that we're originally from, but my mom left it. Is there bad blood between us? You don't know me, and I don't know what my mom's problem was with this side of the family. Her cousin stares straight ahead, her expression icy. She looks really pissed already. So, the funeral... It's on Sunday, right? She looks less pissed. Yup. Like I told you. Why did I come so early? Oh my god. Have you worked out all the details yet? Taken care of. Don't need any help. Yeah, I figured I wasn't gonna offer, because it's not... I mean, I don't really know you that well. No offense. Remain silent. You decide to sit in silence with your cousin as the car eases up the steep mountain road. But she looks less pissed now than before. You know, her eyes were so dark at one point. And here it is, the Scarlet Estate. Though it's seen better days, its crumbling elegance is not lost on you. Someone used to cramped apartments in grey cities. Your mother told you about this place many times before she passed, always with an anger burning beneath her words. The faded majesty you once imagined doesn't quite compare with what's in front of you. A jarring blend of opulence and ruin. As you stare at it perched on the crumbling cliffside, you can't help but feel like it's something that should have been left to rot a long, long time ago. Wait, it's called the Scarlet... The Scarlet... Estate. Scarlet Estate in Scarlet Hollow? Are we like a leading family in this city? Town? You're hit with a blast of dusty air as you step across the threshold and into the foyer. Everything in this room has been here for longer than you've been alive, each object cemented in place with layers of dust and cobwebs. You can hear doors creak on their hinges and the aches and moans of ancient floorboards as the house itself sways in the wind. Welcome to our family's humble estate. Unfortunately, due to the current state of the house, only a few rooms will be safely accessible during your stay. I wouldn't go wandering anywhere else if you value your limbs. The floors have been known to give out. If you know what's good for you, you'll stick to your room, your bathroom, and the kitchen. And hallways, I guess. But only the hallways you need to use to get to those places. I'll show you around so you know where it's safe to walk. You can leave your bags here for the time being. Be grateful. It's better than our apartments. Cool, thanks. Shall we begin our tour? Follow me. You put your bags down and follow Tabitha through a long, dusty hallway. She delicately steps over holes and tears in the floor, and you do your best to trace her steps. Kitchen. On Wednesdays, a woman from town comes in and does the cleaning. Her name is Janie. I wouldn't recommend socializing with her. She'll talk your ear off. If you need any food, there's fixings for peanut butter and jelly. I'm allergic. Don't touch my mac and cheese or my ice cream. Those are off limits. Oh, and you can also access the garden through here, but it's pretty wild, so I wouldn't if I were you. Some explore options. Cut off other options, okay? Oh, they gotta fix this for me, man. I don't think we should even lie about how this is beautiful because she knows it's not beautiful. That's just gonna piss her off. I'm actually allergic to peanuts. Oh, she's pissed. Then I guess you'll just be having plain old regular J's. Or you can deal with your own food while you're in town. I don't care which. Nah. What if I want ice cream? Then you can buy yourself some at the general store. If you touch my stash, I will know, and there will be consequences. But I'm your guest. Aren't you supposed to take care of me? I am, hence the PB&J fixings. That'll get you through the week. You don't need me to buy you ice cream, so I don't have to. We're off to a great start. You know what? If this is how you're gonna play... Actually, okay, this is a little bit insulting. Like, hey, you actually have someone cleaning this place? But this one is questioning whether the cleaning person's actually doing any cleaning. By the way, there's a kitty right here. Hello! A black tabby. Hi. You said someone actually cleans this place? Have you ever actually seen that happen, or does this person just say they did it and leave? Oh, I keep a close watch on Janie. She cleans. Maybe it's not up to your sleeky city standards, but this is an old house in the country. There's a level of dirt and grime you have to learn to live with. Patience. Let it go. Let it go. Alright, sorry. Wonderful. Now that you're done insulting my kitchen, do you have any other questions before we move on to the next part of the tour? I didn't insult your kitchen. This is a fact, okay? Your kitchen is a pigsty. Look at that door! It's not even, the hinges aren't even on! My goodness! No? Alright, what's next? What's next on the tour? Bathroom. Follow me. Great, it's been hours since I've gone. Oh Welonz, if the kitchen looks like this, what do you think the bathroom looks like? As the two of you leave the kitchen, you pass by a tuxedo cat sitting on the countertop. Is that your cat? What's its name? Fro. Do not try to pet her. If she wants to be pet, she'll let you know. Okay, leave it alone. You decide to follow Tabitha's advice. Shall we move on? The bathroom awaits. Just one in this whole place? You once again follow Tabitha through a long, dusty hallway. Maybe after a few nights it'll get easier to navigate these spaces, but for the time being, you feel lucky to have not fallen through the floors. Guest bathroom. Not much to show. It's a bathroom. I'll wait outside. Do what you must if you must. I mean, there's a toilet and there's a bathroom. There's a tub. It's a wretched bathroom. Piles of junk sit untouched in the corners of the room, and mystery stains paint the floor. The lights are flickering. Who exactly uses this bathroom? Guests? Wait, are you sure this toilet works? Yes. Why wouldn't it? The water bills get paid. Therefore, the toilet works. Now do your business so we can move on. Okay. When you gotta go, you gotta go. You sign resignation. Okay. That's a spirit. Is she gonna watch? Lift toilet seat. Oh my god, okay. Bugs skitter from the bowl as you lift the seat. You don't have to sit down. Like hover or something. Come on. I'm good actually. You aren't desperate enough for this. You know, on second thought, I don't think I need to go. You might as well try since we're here. Is there another bathroom? Yeah, the non-guest one. There's my bathroom, and there's my departed mother's. But this one's the guest bathroom, so you should get used to using it. Oh, I just wish there was an option. But holding it in is not good for you. There's not even toilet paper though. What am I gonna wipe with? Oh my god, okay. Okay, suck it up and... Oh god, okay. You sign, suck it up. The toilet's a toilet. Sure, it could be cleaner, but your business needs doing, and this is as good as a place as any. You do what you must and rejoin your cousin out in the hall. Oh my god, if it was me, actually, I would never. I would rather pee my pants than go to a dirty bathroom. Next up, guest bedroom. Last stop on the tour. Follow me. You and Tabitha briefly return to the foyer before climbing the stairs and reaching the guest room. This is where you'll be staying. The linens are fresh. I had Janie wash them last week. I had to endure a half-hour rant about her kid to get her to do it, so you'd better be grateful. The closet is full of old family stuff, so you can't hang your clothes up, but you can use a dresser. Should be empty. Fantastic. Who used to sleep here? When? This house is almost 150 years old. Many people have slept here. And now you'll sleep here, carrying on the fine tradition of bedrooms being slept in. You know what? We are disappointed because we have expectations. We just have to adjust our expectations and it's all gonna be okay. Hey, maybe, for all I know, maybe the apartment in my city was really crappy and just being able to move around freely in this room is already a change. And hey, if it's dirty, I can clean it up. I can make it not dusty. Not sarcastically at all. This is great. Way nicer than what I'm used to. I can't say I'm surprised. Each and every piece of furniture in this room is a genuine antique, handed down through the family for generations. She actually believes it. This is not an IKEA bedroom or whatever such nonsense you're used to in the city. I guess I'll start to get settled. Follow me. I'll take you back to the foyer so you can collect your belongings. You're not gonna help me, are you? This concludes our tour. I'm afraid I must return to my duties, so you'll have to entertain yourself for the rest of the day. What do you do? What's your job? What are you doing for the next week? What am I doing for the next week? Don't expect to see much of me. Some dialogue options will open up additional conversation paths, some right away, others down the line. Ooh. I'm gonna be bringing people over? That's a little bit tacky, I think. But it would be good to get a confirmation just in case, you know? Where are you going? To work. Somebody has to pay the bills around here. She made a face. What kind of work do you do? I run the coal mine, same as every Scarlet who came before me. Oh, and if this is a big mining town, then we are a big family then. Yeah, that explains why this house is a big estate. Except for you and your mom. It requires a lot of time and concentration, so I'd appreciate it if you didn't keep me for long. Oh, look, her face is changing all the time. Oh my god. I didn't know we owned a coal mine. We don't own the coal mine. I own the coal mine. Your side of the family forfeited any claim to it years ago. Sure. Sure. We gotta do it. We gotta do it. Damn, can't believe you're only in your 20s and already running a coal mine. Talk about #girlboss. Oh no! Oh no. Get your cousin to flash her pearly whites. Don't patronize me. I know you have nothing to your name, Welonz. Any other inane questions before I leave? What am I supposed to do while you're gone? There's a very demanding job I should be getting back to right now that doesn't include figuring out activities for you to occupy your time with. I'm not your babysitter. Why don't you, I don't know, go walk around in town or something until you get tired? There are historic buildings to look at. I'm sure you'll have a great time. She's... okay, her teeth probably mean she's pretty pissed at me. But just in case, is it... wait. I don't get the impression... well, I don't know, maybe she doesn't mind me occupying myself. Well, I'm trying to find something to do, right? Something or someone. You know what? No. You asked me to come here, but you're acting all pissed off that I actually came. What's going on with you? Look, I'm sorry I've been testy since you've gotten here, but you aren't exactly one to talk. Clearly you and I have very different opinions on hospitality. Maybe we can start fresh tonight. Just stay out of my hair until then, okay? I have work to do. But okay, just in case, is it cool if I have people over at some point this week? What are you talking about? You don't even know anybody who lives here. We don't have to say something, explicit. I'm a social butterfly, Tabitha. I don't know what to tell you. What does being a social butterfly have to do with inviting people into my house? Make friends all you want, Welonz. Just don't bring them here. Is that really so much to ask? Well, I was asking you, yes or no. Your answer is no. That's fine. Do you think you could take me to town before you leave? Just so I know the way? No. It's just down the hill. You can walk there yourself. Well, are you sure you can't take the day off? It's a special occasion. Your cousin's in town. No. Some of us have responsibilities. Okay, I'll drop it. Sorry. Thank you. I'll see you later tonight. Go into town, stay here, do whatever you want, just stay out of trouble. I just let her leave. If we hang out, we do. If we don't, we don't. You decide to let Tabitha leave for work. Are we all set then? I'll see you tonight. Ooh, she left in a hurry. Your cousin flies through the front door, really. And now it's just you. You and this sprawling, decrepit estate. Maybe you can clean the house. Clean your room at least. Let's settle into my room, look around a little bit. Am I hungry? I don't want to eat the food here. We can eat in town probably. Now that your cousin's gone, the aches and pains of your journey sink into your bones. You stumble back up the stairs to your room, suitcase in tow, eager to unwind before you face the rest of the day. You stand at the entrance to your room. Examine the painting on the wall. Maybe some relative. She looks unhappy. This must be an older relative of yours, judging by the dates on the inscription. For a second, I thought it was because she smiles the same way Tabitha does. You've never heard of her, but you've barely heard anything about your aunt and cousin until a week ago, so that's not really a surprise. Maybe you could ask Tabitha about this Mary Belle Scarlet the next time you see her. That is, if she's actually in the mood for conversation. Which is not a given. Look out the window. You can only imagine how beautiful the garden must have been in its heyday. If you own this place, you totally get out there with a shovel and some gardening gloves and whip it into shape. You'd go out and pull weeds, chop trees, carve topiaries, and do whatever you needed to get it to return to its former glory. And once it was all done, you'd sit by the fountain, which of course would have a little goldfish in it, and drink a floral tea while enjoying the birdsong. She lives here. Tabitha lives here regularly, but it's still in such a state. So is she so busy at the coal mines that she doesn't really care about the state of her home, or is this just normal for her? Yeah, you definitely do that. Just not right now. Check the closet. You can see why your cousin said you should put your clothes in the dresser instead of this closet. Whoa, what the frick is that doll? Oh my god. Oh, it's missing a shoe. There must be decades of family history stacked up in here. We could do some research. Oh god. Ooh! Hey, there's something on its foot. Of course you're sharing a room with a creepy doll. You pick it up to examine it more closely. Its foot reads, "Property of Alexandra." No need to carry this around with you. You close the closet behind you. Did we learn about an Alexandra? Maybe it'll come up later. Put my clothes in the dresser? Oh god! Oh my god! You drag your suitcase over to the dresser and open the bottom drawer. An opossum lurks within. It is quiet, but angry. Oh, pardon me. You gently close the drawer, leaving the marsupial in peace. This drawer belongs to the opossum, and there's nothing you can do about it. You open the top drawer next. It's empty. Whew, as good a place as you'll find to put your clothes. Based on the state of the house, you wonder if you'd have been better off keeping your clothes in your nice, clean bag, but there's no going back now. Well, I should have thought about that beforehand. I don't know if I want to sleep. Let's look around. I don't want to... We did have a 26-hour bus ride, but I want to look around. I'm excited. Doesn't seem like there's much else for you to do here right now. A jelly sandwich sounds great right now. You haven't had anything to eat all day. The only thing is louder than your stomach right now are the creaks and moans of this ancient place. A jelly sandwich sounds exactly like what you need to take on the rest of the day. You head to the kitchen. You're back in the kitchen. Hello, Frofro. Ready to craft a beautiful jelly sandwich. It's a daunting task, given the state of the place, but the aggressive growls of your stomach outwit your fears of food poisoning. To get started, you'll probably need to find some jelly, bread, a plate, and a knife. Approach Frofro. The cat hisses as you draw near, but remains firmly in place. This is clearly Frofro's spot on the counter. Back away. It's fine. Don't make any sudden movements. Search the fridge. As you approach the fridge, your eyes catch a note taped to the door reading, "Janie, stay out," in all caps. Below it, in separate handwriting, are the words, "Okie dokie." I'm not Janie, so I can look. You open the fridge. You already feel a deep urge to wash your hands even though you have yet to touch anything other than the handle. No ice cream, okay? Examine old takeout. Oh my... Why did you do that? What were you expecting? This takeout container is disgusting beyond words. A liquefied mess wholly congealed in its styrofoam shell. You can't even tell what it used to be. It hasn't even been eaten. Like they just left it in here, uneaten. This substance doesn't just smell bad, it smells ancient. For God's sake, put it back. I'm not that desperate. Your body reacts before you even register what you're doing, compelled by a deep, primal disgust. Put it back, put it back. Hopefully you can forget it exists and move on with your life. Check the mayonnaise? You know you probably shouldn't, but a part of you has to know how old that mayonnaise is. Just looking. You pick up the jar, its label flaking in your hand. It expired 10 years ago. This jar of mayonnaise is old enough to graduate the 5th grade. Best to put it back and forget you ever saw it. So they don't even use this, do they? I guess they used it for the ice cream? Take the jelly. Yes, but it's not expired. It's recent. This was either purchased specifically for you, or jelly is one of the few things in this kitchen Tabitha actually uses. There's a lot of jelly here. All you need now is a plate, a knife, and some bread. Better close this fridge and keep looking. Don't take the ice cream. Pantry? Tabitha sure loves her mac and cheese. Examine mac and cheese. You pick up a box of Tabitha's mac and cheese. You can't say you've ever seen the brand before. Seems very generic. There's a dead mouse. Oh, there's a dead mouse on the shelf. Nah, let's put it back. Staying away from the mac and cheese was one of your cousin's hard rules, and she already seems to not like you. You put the box back where you found it, reluctant to make things worse than they already are. No, I am indeed allergic. Don't touch that. Take the bread. You pick up one of the non-moldy loaves of bread. Great. One step closer to a satisfying snack. The only things you need now are a plate and a knife. Kinda wonder what would happen if I ate the peanut butter though. Immediate game over. You close the pantry door and get back. Cabinets. The door is off its hinge. This cabinet must be where Tabitha keeps the dishware and, oddly enough, the utensils. Examine the shot glass. It reads, "I survived Deb's 50th. Your aunt's name was Pearl Ann, so this wasn't her 50th. From the few stories you've heard from your mom, Pearl Ann wasn't the type to have kitschy friends who gave out themed shot glasses at their birthday parties." Another name of someone in the family. Look at the mug. "I was blown away at Blowing Rock, North Carolina." So your cousin and aunt actually traveled sometimes, even if it was only a few hours from the estate. Are they the only ones who live here? It doesn't seem like it. There's other people here, right? Maybe you can route your return trip through Blowing Rock. It might be nice to see the local sights before heading home. Plate and butter knife? That are normal. The last ingredient for my jelly sandwich. Time to get to work. Close the cabinet and look back to the rest of the kitchen. Make it! Despite the state of this horrendous kitchen, you have successfully combined your 2 ingredients to make a jelly sandwich. Congratulations, you can feed yourself. It's shining, it's glowing. A job well done. Hopefully I'm not gonna die. All that hassle, and it took you less than a minute to eat it. That goes for all food. The rest of the day lies in front of you. Check out the garden. This garden was reclaimed by the wilderness long ago. It might not be very safe, but who's to stop you from venturing deeper? Okay, I kinda want to go out to town and meet people. You wander further into the garden. It's quiet out here. That's it? It's huge though. Yeah, there's like a whole other area here. That's all we can do. You're done here. Congratulations! You've eaten and have a full day ahead of you. What do you want to do next? I'm gonna hold off on the forbidden wings because Tabitha will definitely find out and get mad. And we're building up the suspense for what's gonna happen there eventually. Let's head to town. There's not much left for you to do here other than head out and explore the town. You do just that. If you had known you'd wind up having to walk all the way back to town, you probably would have just asked Tabitha to leave you at the bus stop, especially with how unhappy she seemed to see you. If only you could wipe the slate between you two clean and bury some of the tension, though maybe her mother's funeral isn't the best time for something like that. But she wasn't. It didn't seem like she was the grieving kind of being annoyed at me though. She was just annoyed at me because that's her natural personality. But we don't know. We don't know. How did my aunt die? Naturally, or we don't know anything. Then again, maybe it's the perfect time. It's really pretty out here. Whoa, those mountains. Finally, you made it back to town. The hauler, as the guy on the bus called it, has probably seen better days. It still has the feeling of an idyllic country town, but its sidewalks are cracked, and many of the storefronts are boarded up, their windows dusty with age. Boarded up? So the town's like half non-functional? There's a town hall here. A chill breeze sweeps down the lane, and you shudder, suddenly feeling as if you're peering into a grave. Oh! Gretchen, come back! Quit bothering strangers! Oh! I haven't seen you around here before. The young woman is noticeably flustered by your appearance. It's a phenomenon that you, as a hot, are all too familiar with. Sorry about Gretchen. She can be very slippery when she wants to be. Hope she didn't scare you. Don't pet people's pets without asking? A pug! She's so cute! I love pugs! Thanks! Very cute. Thanks, she is cute. Sure, most of her teeth have fallen out and she's got a couple of weird growths, but for a 17-year-old pug, that's pretty good. Wow, that's amazing. 17, that's incredible. It sure is. I'm hoping she beats the current record holder and makes it to 19. Or better yet, 20. The more time we get together, the better. Isn't that right, Gretch? They purposefully made Gretchen not pretty, huh? I don't know, man. I feel like there's a malicious intent in Gretchen's art. But what am I doing? I got so caught up in the excitement of meeting someone new that I entirely forgot to introduce myself. I'm Stella. It's not often I see a strange face up in the holler. Every now and then there's a new crop of coal folks, but you don't look dusty enough for that. You aren't in town for the funeral, are you? The Scarlet funeral? Yeah. Hi, I'm Welonz. You must be Tabby's cousin, right? That's the only person I can think of who would come to town for the funeral. How's she holding up? Wait, am I the only one coming into town? There's no other relatives coming? To be honest, I've been a little worried about her, all alone up in that big house. sorry, did you say Tabby? I can't imagine Tabitha ever going by something so... cute. Cute? She did back when I knew her better. It's been a while. Look at this face. I hope she's better. Is she always so... you know? Rough around the edges? Yup, that's Tabby for you. I wouldn't take it too personally. I'm not sure what it says about her state of mind that she's still her same old grumpy self. Normal standard operations then? Is she grieving? I would assume she's close with her mom, but maybe... we don't know. It'll probably be good for her now that you're staying there, even though she'd probably never admit it. How long have you known her? Oh, quite a long time. The town's really small, so everyone's known everybody else as far back as they can remember. Tabby and I got a little close when we were both in the school's production of A Midsummer's Night Dream. I was Puck and she was Mustard Seed. As you might have expected, she was more than a little prickly, but I managed to soften her up a bit in the end. But then she graduated and that was that. How old am I? How old is she? Oh, in her 20s. So, high school was maybe like a decade ago? Maybe not under a decade? Oh, if you just got to town, you must be starving. I was just on my way to the diner for a coffee and they've got amazing biscuits. My treat. Yeah. I mean, I'm not hungry, but I will absolutely go. Hot flirt. Oh, I normally have a rule against accepting strange food invitations from people I don't know, but I'll make an exception because you're pretty. What can I say? I know I have my charms. Oh wow, it's crowded! It's more crowded than I thought. The pleasant aroma of greasy breakfast food hangs heavy in the air. In contrast with the empty, lifeless atmosphere of the family estate, the diner is filled with the comforting din of human life. All of which grinds to a sudden halt as the patrons realize that a stranger has entered the establishment. Hey everyone! I'm Welonz, just in town for the funeral. Nice to meet y'all. The woman behind the counter beams back at you. Hello there and welcome to the holler. You just let us know if you need anything, okay? You mean I should holler? You nod politely, giving a small wave as you and Stella slide into the nearest booth. Looks like you'll probably be the talk of town for a while. It's not often folks around here meet many strangers, and with who you're related to, well, folks love their gossip, you know? Hey Stella, I went ahead and fixed you up a coffee. They quietly place a cup of coffee in front of Stella. And here's some bacon for the little lady. Gretchen sniffs bacon and digs in. I can hit Y or triangle to hide the text box at any time. Oh, you should have told me that earlier. You're talking about the gamepad. It's not... What is it on the... Oops. What is it on PC? I don't know.
Self-voicing enabled. Gretchen sniffs the bacon and digs in. Tip. You can hit the Y or triangle button on your gamepad to hide the text box at any time.
Hey, this is not a bad feature. I would totally use it if it sounded kind of human, but it doesn't, so...
Self-voicing disabled.
Okay, well, whatever. And what about you, stranger? Anything I can get you? The name's Avery. I'll be taking care of you today. Rude. I'll just get a coffee, I'm not that hungry. But I am curious, is bacon bad for dogs? We're owners right here though, I don't think I need to worry, but I am kind of curious. Oh, I think I upset her a little bit. Isn't bacon bad for dogs? But dogs love bacon. Can't say no to a face like that. Gretchen's like one of those 110-year-old ladies who's had a daily glass of wine her whole life. So why stop now? Maybe it's been the secret to her longevity. Anyways, don't worry. I always keep an eye on her diet. I gotta go in a sec. Want anything while I'm still here? I'll have a coffee. Just a coffee, thanks. No problem. Better not cost like 10 bucks. Avery pours a fragrant brew into the empty mug in front of you. They linger after pouring your coffee, turning to you nervously. Oh, and I'm, sorry for your loss. Before you have the chance to respond, they're gone. Should've gone for the biscuit. They're really good. But I guess you've got all week. Maybe you'll get one tomorrow. Anyway, the funeral's not till Sunday, right? That gives you quite a bit of time to slum around town. I'm trying to think of if there's any cool events going on this week. There's always the reading adventure at the library, which is supposed to be for little kids, but I do it every month anyway. She's already assuming that I'm gonna, like, have time to hang out and stuff. Or maybe even just by myself, but, well, I appreciate it because I really don't know what I'm doing all week. Oh, and I'm pretty sure Avery's throwing a party Saturday night, so that's a fun thing to look forward to. Am I allowed to be there? And there is a weekly Sunday potluck. That should be right after the funeral too, so it'll be a special occasion. A potluck after a funeral? Is the potluck like a church thing? Would it be weird for me to come if I'm not a member? No. The Sunday thing's coincidental. It's actually hosted by the library. Not too many go to church around here, if I'm being honest. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? I don't want to offend. But if it's the rural south, we're making immediate assumptions about them being religious and stuff though. Okay, I get that. I'm not of the church-going persuasion myself. Same for me. Whatever feeling some folks get in church, I think that must be the feeling I get when I look up at the sky on a night hike. That feeling of peace and wholeness. But that's not to say we're a town of heathens or anything like that. There are plenty of God-fearing folks around. They just aren't fans of the church. Well, the building's okay, but the pastor is another story. There's just something a little off about the guy. A little creepy. You'll get what I mean if you ever meet him. And unfortunately, you probably will. Anyway, those are all the big events I can think of. As for the day-to-day, any idea how you want to kill time for the rest of the week? She just seems like a random town person for now. I'm not gonna accuse her of anything. I kind of assumed I'd be spending my time trying to help Tabitha, but with how quickly she ran off today, I'm not sure that's enough for a full schedule. That's really sweet of you, but you're right. That'll definitely still leave you with plenty of time to kill. Have you thought about exploring the local trails at all? I'm usually out there a few nights a week for my job, and I'd be happy to show you around. Before Stella can finish, Avery returns, biscuit in tow. Hey, when you wanted me to give you a biscuit? On the house. She sends her condolences. Oh, thanks. Just say thank you. Just say thank you. Thanks. Avery, looks great. You pick up the biscuit. It's delicate and fluffy. It nearly crumbles at your touch. Buttery warmth emanates from its surface. You take a bite. It melts in your mouth as if it was nothing but butter suspended in a thin matrix of dough. Truly, this is a perfect biscuit. Oh, whoa. This is a really good biscuit. Wow. I'm so glad you like it. What if they drugged it? What if this whole town is a cult and I just got drugged? We don't know, it could be a thing. Avery lingers at the table for a moment. So, has Stella mentioned she's famous? Oh, Avery, I'm not famous. You're the only person I know who's been on the news. If that's not famous, then I don't know what is. Stella sighs. Oh no! I'm a YouTuber. Oh. Oh god, oh god. Oh. Okay, when I meet people, I never tell anyone about YouTube. Because I don't even want to anticipate what kind of questions I'll ask. Just be nice. Wow, that's rad. I've never met a YouTuber before. I'd love to check out your channel at some point. Oh yeah, I'm afraid of this too. I don't want people I know checking out my channel. I don't want to tell them about it. Oh, thanks. It's nothing much. It pays the bills, but it's mostly a passion project, you know? Pays the bills? You're a 1%er. Oh, she's selling herself short, Welonz. Her stuff is amazing. She hunts cryptids. I think the best video to start with would be that river one. You know, the controversial one. Oh yeah, the Catawba River Runner. I didn't expect much out of the footage at the time, but it really wound up doing numbers. So the River Runner is a cryptid that's only known from a single sighting. 2 Boy Scouts thought they saw something big and weird in the Catawba River, and that's all I had to go on. But then I wound up catching this on camera. Stella pulls out her phone and shows you a clip of something in a river. Some folks said it was a beaver, but if that was the case, it'd be at least twice the size of any beaver I'd ever seen. I also had people saying it was a dog, or even a capybara that must have escaped from a local wildlife sanctuary. I'm still not sure what it was, and I'm the one who saw the thing with my own 2 eyes. No, that's honest to God a cryptid right there. No way that's a beaver or a dog, and there's no way a capybara would be swimming in a river in the mountains of North Carolina. Unless there's some North American colony of capybaras in Appalachia, but that would still count as a cryptid, wouldn't it? Yeah, until someone catches a capybara up here, that would still count as a cryptid by most standards. My comment section went nuts for this footage, and from there, it spread to Twitter pretty fast. Oh, there were polls for days. I even had actual experts weighing in. It was all a really cool experience. It kind of went viral, kind of like the gold-white dress thing. And it meant the video did some pretty great numbers. Personally, I'm a fan of the capybara theory. There's always people keeping those things as exotic pets. Kind of a sewer gator type situation. Yeah, exactly. Some exotic pet owner set it free, and now it will forever roam in the Catawba, confusing Boy Scouts and YouTube commenters for years to come. Yeah. That's definitely not gonna come up again later on, right? Seeing some weird cryptids. So, speaking of things to do around town, I was actually planning on filming this week's video tonight. I was wondering if maybe you'd want to come along? She's so nice, she's immediately like taking me around town, and it's the first time we've met. It's a pretty easy one this week. We wouldn't even have to camp anywhere. I'm gonna go after the... Wait! No spoilers! I should probably get back to it instead of standing around chatting with friends anyway. See y'all around. Now that the coast is clear, I'm going after the skunk ape. Ooh. What's a skunk ape? It's like Bigfoot, but smellier. Most skunk ape sightings are from Florida, but while I was doing research for last week's video, I came across a report where a lady from a town over claimed to have seen one on her deck playing tug-of-war with her dog. And as I leave no stone unturned, I decided it was worth investigating. So what do you say? Want to tag along? Hold the camera for me while I narrate against a darkening sky, that sort of thing? Hold the camera? You make it sound like it's not important, but that's like the most important part of the job. Oh, yeah, absolutely, it's a date. Cool. This is gonna be a lot of fun. I actually started the channel with a couple of buddies of mine back in middle school, but it's just been me and Gretchen for quite a while. I miss those two. Our videos were terrible. Maybe you'll get the chance to meet them later this week. Oh, they're still in town, but you just don't make videos with them anymore? So, we should probably head out if we want to make it up the mountain before it's too dark. Come on, let's blow this popsicle stand. You pause before getting up? Maybe it's time to make a good first impression. What with the coppers? Oh. I had a coffee, I mean... I would not... Wait. Stella paid for me, right? It was a coffee on her. In that situation, I would normally not leave a tip. Because I would have assumed that Stella would have left a tip. But I got a biscuit. So I'll leave a tip. You reach into your pockets and pull out a single crumbled dollar bill and a quarter. As long as you don't get sick of jelly sandwiches, Your meals will be free while you're here. Share the wealth while you've got it, you think to yourself. You leave the money on the table and follow Stella out of the diner. Oh, wow. It hadn't been very cold when you first arrived in town, but as the sun dips closer and closer to the horizon, the chill descends upon the hollow, and you see your situation with renewed clarity. Wait, are we here? And this is the town? Oh my gosh. You're in a new place, far from civilization and the people you know, following someone you just met into a dark forest in search of monsters. Well, Tabitha said I couldn't bring anyone back. She didn't say I couldn't follow anyone into a forest. You feel strangely calm. The setting sun paints beautiful colors in the sky. Fresh air fills your lungs, and pleasant songs of crickets trill around you as night descends. This is where you're supposed to be, with Stella by your side, a sweet smile on her face, and Gretchen plodding along in front without a care in the world. Gotta love this brisk fall weather. This past summer was the hottest on record, since last year at least. You know how it is these days. Each summer is the hottest one yet, until the next summer, which always finds a way to be so much worse. It's just nice to feel a chill in the air and see the leaves change, like normalcy is restored, if only for a moment. Have things not been normal? Sorry if that was a bit of a bummer. We should talk about something more fun, like skunk apes. Has anything bad ever happened on these hikes? You know, just curious. Let me think. There was a time back in early high school when Reese fell off a cliff. But he was fine. We had some folks from town rig up a pulley to get him out of the ravine, and his leg only took a week or two to heal. All in all, not too bad. Well, not supernatural, just him falling off a cliff. Though I guess there was also the time I was out here alone and kinda got stuck in a cave. I was getting great footage of what I thought was a family of Wampus cats, but I wasn't able to wiggle my way back out. Turns out the Wampus cats were actually skunks who very much did not appreciate me blocking the entrance to their hidey hole. And instead of running for help, Gretchen just sat outside, bored to tears. Lassie she is not. Took about an hour to get loose, which was pretty intense, but a few tomato juice baths later, I was right as rain. So, could have been a lot worse. Oh, and there was the time I accidentally stumbled onto Old Duke's property and nearly got my head shot off. But that happens to everybody sooner or later. Had barely counted. So, yeah, these hikes aren't all that dangerous, all things considered. Oh, just some hunters around here and skunks. I'm sorry, did you just say you almost got shot? Are you sure it's safe here? You know, I'm a little surprised to see you getting cold feet. I know we just met, but I had you pegged as pretty adventurous. I really wouldn't worry about Duke though. He might be a little jumpy, but he means well, and these trails are a ways off from his farm. I'm not really adventurous, I'm just trying to flirt with you, that's all. And if it makes you feel any better, I've been out on the trails with him before. The man sounds like a truck crashing through the woods when he walks. We'll hear him long enough before he sees us. And the wildlife isn't anything to be afraid of either. The worst I've seen up here is the occasional black bear, and even they scare easy. Sure, sometimes worrying can help you prepare for something, but we're as prepared as can be. I even carry bear mace. You're prepared? We just came up here with we had a biscuit and a coffee and came up here. And if you're as prepared as can be, why give in to your anxiety when you can have fun instead? Anyway, all this is to say we're good. Don't worry. Okay, sure, if you say so. What's the weirdest thing you've seen out here? Other than cryptids? Oh gosh, that's a good one. Let me think. Well, there's always a deer I saw stealing baby birds out of a nest and eating them. Oh my god! I thought deers were vegetarian. That was pretty messed up. But I think most people know about that these days. I've seen tons of videos of other deer doing it. so I'm not sure if it counts as weird anymore. Oh, Tetanus Lake! That's definitely the weirdest. It's a 5-foot deep, 30-foot wide pile of old cans and bottles and assorted garbage, with grass and trees growing on it, so you could barely tell it was there until you stepped on it. A lake of garbage. It was practically solid ground with how much it had been compressed, but you could still fall through if you weren't careful, hence the name. Better be up on your shots if you want to mess around in there. It's all stuff from the 50s too, which is super neat. I salvaged a few bottles that I keep on my dresser as a little souvenir. Do you ever hunt stuff that's not cryptids? You know, like ghosts, demons, werewolves, that sort of thing? Yeah, for sure. I used to go after all sorts of spooky stuff. Never had much luck though, especially when it came to ghosts. Back when I first started doing solo videos, I'd go to all sorts of old abandoned buildings, hoping I'd stumble across some sort of activity. But nothing ever happened. It was always just me and my camera in an old house getting worked up over a gust of wind or a creaky floorboard. When all's said and done, I've just been a lot luckier with cryptids. I want to believe in ghosts so bad, and I can't rule out the possibility that there are really true hauntings out there. But if there are, I sure as heck haven't seen any myself. Werewolves, I kind of lump in with cryptids. I'd be shocked if there are actually people out there who turn into animals, but werewolf lore lines up pretty well with the great beast genre of cryptid. As for demons, I don't know. I honestly don't even want to consider the possibility that they exist, because if they really are out there, a lot of folks are doomed to an eternity of flames. So let's hope all that's just bunk, am I right? What about aliens? Don't even get me started. Did you see those UFO videos the government declassified? Aliens are definitely real, and they have absolutely visited Earth. Like, I believe in aliens way more than I believe in cryptids. I feel like I'm not superstitious, but I believe aliens are real too, just because it seems very, very egotistical of humans to think that they're the only people around here, and that there aren't other some type of living, sentient creatures somewhere out there in the universe. Just seems so improbable. Have they ever come to Earth? That's a different question, but I wouldn't know. You don't see me hunting aliens out here because we know they're real. No, yeah, I do. Yeah, aliens are real. Nice. I knew we had a connection. I know somebody who heard a story from this trucker in Fayetteville. His truck stopped in the middle of the road, just shut down completely, even though he had a full tank of gas. And suddenly, it looked like daylight outside. He could see cows out in the fields, birds in the sky. Then this metallic, egg thing appeared, floating in front of his truck. I'm not sure if I believe in that kind of thing, because that seems like such a stereotypical depiction of what a UFO disc looks like that I feel like that's fake. He passed out, and when he woke up, he was missing one of his pinkies. It was like it had never even been there. It was just smooth skin where a pinky should be. I know it's a secondhand source, but there's plenty more like it, and if they are true... Could have been the government. Shrug. Could have been the government. It's not like they don't have a history of conducting weird experiments on people. Sure, the government does messed up stuff on the daily, but the way I see it, I have about as much control over what they do as I would over extraterrestrial beings. So, if I have no control over these things, I might as well choose to think it's been aliens all this time and let a little joy into my heart, you know? Besides, it's not like it matters which of us is right, or if either of us is right at all. I'll die one day, and so will you, and eventually, there will be no one left who remembers us, or what we did in our lifetimes. I didn't know we were gonna... Oh, damn, dude. Damn. You've disarmed me with your nihilism, and now I feel an empty pit in my soul at the thought of the vastness of time. Oh, don't worry. Isn't there some comfort in the inherent meaninglessness of our actions? You can definitely tell this is written by the person who made Slay the Princess here. I often think about that too. But what was that? Did you hear that? Oh. Oh, calm down, Gretchen, you old mutt. Duke? Whew. Sorry for getting spooked, Duke. I thought you were... some creature of darkness? Nah, girlie, just old Duke. Now what the hell are you looking for all the way out here? Skunk ape. Sorry I asked. And who's this you've suckered into coming with you? Wait a tick. You aren't... Is that... Yep. I see. Welcome to the holler. My condolences. I'll keep you in my prayers. Now both of y'all head back to town, you hear? It's best you steer well clear of this area tonight. I'm out dealing with my own critter, and won't be too appreciative if a couple of fools with a camera scare away the more sensitive wildlife. What are you hunting tonight? Did that just move? Or was that out of the corner of my eye? Something tall and hairy? Something musky? You see anything like that recently? Wouldn't you like to know? You never could stay in your business, Stella, Richmond. Put that damned camera down. Oh, come on, dude. Maybe I could help out. I'm pretty good at tracking. You know I learned from the best. That you did. But I have yet to see a shred of proof that you listened to any of it, the way you tromp around the woods at night yelling about chunkabungas or what have you. Something's been getting at my chickens. I've lost 3 this week, and I can't afford to lose many more than that. Wonder if the skunk ape has a taste for chicken. Now see, this is why I don't come to you about these things. It ain't no skunk ape, whatever the hell that is. I know exactly what this is, but I know you won't believe me if I tell you. Oh, Duke, you don't think it's... I do, actually. It's the damned mountain lions. They're out there, Stella. I don't care what your little investigation turned up. You haven't been out in these woods as long as I have. Those sons of bitches are sneaky. Of course you wouldn't find any in one night of tracking. And I know for a fact that's what's been getting at my chickens. Couldn't be anything else. I'm telling you, man. Mountain lions are extinct in these parts. There hasn't been an actual sighting since the 1990s, and even those were iffy. I can't believe you go out there on your YouTubes saying some river monster spotted by a couple of school-aged Boy Scouts has been 100% confirmed, yet Appalachian cougars are some kind of far-fetched fantasy made up by geezers like me. You made me look like a fool. I read those comments people were posting on your video. I'm sorry, Duke. I didn't mean to sick anybody on you. I just don't think it's plausible. You'll eat those words when I come around carrying a mountain lion corpse out of those woods at dawn. And if you two don't want to get a face full of buckshot, I suggest you run home and stay out of the woods tonight. This is between Duke and Stella, so I'm not gonna butt in. You stand awkwardly by as the two continue to argue. Duke, you're just wasting your time. Give us just one night out there to see what we can find, and I'm sure we can get to the bottom of this. Yeah, right. You'll get some shaky footage of a raccoon and claim it's a heretofore unknown creature that has heat ray vision or some such nonsense. I know what I'm looking for, and there's no way I'm backing down. But I've gotta film tonight. The video needs to be up by tomorrow evening so I can keep on schedule. If I miss an update, I might lose my new sponsor, and who knows what that'll mean for my career. Stella! You can't film the day before you publish the video? That's highly irresponsible, especially since you don't even know if you're gonna get a footage of anything useful. Oh my goodness. You ain't the only one on a schedule. As you well know, my boy Bo and me are headed down to the state fair to show off Big Betty. We'll be gone near a whole week, so our chicken coop might as well have a big all-you-can-eat sign on it. You know how I feel about my chickens. I couldn't take it if I lost any more of my poor little ladies. We can only go. We can't not go. Really? Let's just go, Stella. He's not gonna budge. You're right. No point in losing any more time arguing. Fine, we'll head back to town. What about your video? You gotta get footage. Especially if it's a sponsored video. My goodness, you signed a contract, Stella. Break a leg out there, Duke. Break a what now? I mean, good luck, old man. Alright, have a nice night, y'all. As you and Stella return to the trail, she carefully looks back the way you came. Okay, the coast is clear. There's no way we're letting Duke edge us out that easy. Come on, I know a trail that'll get us around him. Okay, fine. Fine. I am feeling a little bit pressured by your video schedule as well as wanting you to like me. It's a bit careful though. We gotta be careful though, yeah, because Duke might shoot us. Lead the way. Yes. And you don't have to worry about old Duke. He's never actually shot anyone. The trail's just up this way. Let's go. Alright, this looks like a good shot. Mind holding the camera? She hands you the camera and takes position. All this time, Gretchen, very quiet and nice about it, everything. October 24th, 2022. Ahem. As night falls, my new assistant, the gorgeous Welonz, and I find ourselves on a high hill in the Blue Ridge Mountains where we'll begin our hunt for the elusive yet pungent skunk ape. Though mostly encountered in Florida, this possible relative of Bigfoot has been spotted all along the southeastern edge of the United States, including right in this very county. Here's hoping we get a glimpse tonight. We'll check back once we're on the trail. Until then, stay searching, Stellars. Stellars. I can take that camera off your hands now. We'll be able to start the trekking scenes once the sun sets all the way. Well, what do? Do you leave the camera at certain angles and then we just come back in the morning, or what? In the meantime, we get to take in all of this gorgeous scenery. Well, the view isn't the only gorgeous thing out here. I was thinking the same thing. Wow, we're moving fast. Let the moment hang in the air. You and Stella let the moment hang in the air, both of you comfortably taking in each other and the natural world around you. Only for it to be pierced by a loud, percussive snort. Oh. Did you hear that? That's a sound deer make when they want to warn the rest of their herd about big, scary predators, like us. Let's check it out. As you and Stella hear the footfalls of animals retreating into the woods, she reaches for her flashlight. Oh my... What the frick? What? What's wrong with the deer? Why does it look like that? Is it eating something? A single deer remains behind, staring down the beam of light while Gretchen whines and pulls at her harness. And then it's gone. Wait, it looked weird, though. Jeez, Gretchen, calm down. You're gonna hurt yourself. Look at Gretchen. She cannot handle deer. When she gets like this, I usually have to pick her up and hold her. I've never even seen her walk by herself the whole time. She has a bad habit of slipping her harness when she wants to go after something. You're too much of a potato. And they don't make harnesses to fit potatoes, do they? Yeah. There was something wrong with that deer. Did you see its face? I'm surprised she didn't comment on it. Now that you mention it, there was something a little off. Just a little. I'd bet it was an abscess. Maybe a tumor. No, it was bigger. It was like as big as its head. It's not like wild animals can get those taken care of, so they just get bigger and bigger. Poor thing. That's true. But there's not much we can do about it. That would be so painful if that's true. Why do you bring Gretchen with you? She doesn't seem like the safest choice for a hiking companion. I actually find her to be quite the opposite. Sure, she wants to chase stuff, but I usually let her when I'm not on one of my cryptid hunts, so I can't hold that against her. I'm just happy she's still so feisty, even at her age. Pugs aren't exactly known for their good health, but here she is, running around the woods at 17. And I feel like the fresh mountain air and exercise have helped a lot in that regard. You defy the laws of nature, don't you, Gretch? Wow, that got my heart rate up. I'm ready for the hunt. I'm so ready. Same for me. How about we take a quick snack break to fuel up, then we get right back into the night's activities? Trail mix, extra... Wait. I'm allergic. Oh no! As she settled down to rest, Stella breaks open a bag of assorted snacks. Unfortunately, it looks like there's peanuts in the trail mix. Do I want to let her know? Wait, these are all... Everything probably has peanuts and... I'm allergic to peanuts, actually. Oh, yikes! I'm so sorry. There are only peanuts in the trail mix, but I totally get it if everything being in my backpack makes it all off limits. I'll be sure to keep that in mind next time. Oh, thanks. I'm actually not that hungry though, because I had a biscuit and a jelly sandwich for the entire day. I should probably play it safe. Just in case, you don't want to die while being chased by a deer. Yeah, this would probably be a terrible place to go into anaphylactic shock. Do I have like a EpiPen? It's probably a good time to take a bit of a rest anyway. We've been hiking for a while now, and if we're lucky, things might get exciting soon. You and Stella settle down on an overlook, snacks in hand, as the quiet sounds of evening wildlife wash over you. Gretchen gnaws a stick, distracted for the time being. So, tell me what it's like in Maple Creek. Do you have a house? An apartment? Do you live with family, roommates, pets? Tell me what it's like to be Welonz. I feel like I'm being interviewed. I mean, it's pretty normal for her to... We're just making conversation, but what do you want to know? She's like a little bit off about that. Why wouldn't I want to know? I've lived in this town my whole life. Yeah, so like the vibe I'm getting from the conversation choices is that you really don't want to be exploring for the sake of exploring. See, I pissed her off a little bit. And the second thing I'm getting is that their face is pretty telling of your relationship meter with them. So basically take it like it's real life, how you would interact with somebody. You wouldn't randomly be like, hey, what do you want to know about me? So don't do that. I live in an apartment with a difficult roommate. I didn't find this guy. An old roommate of mine had to move in, then they left and just stuck me with him. He's not the worst roommate I've ever had, so I can't complain too much. The biggest issue is his complete lack of respect for any boundaries. He sleeps on the couch in the common area most nights, always unclothed. He steals bites of my food, which he thinks he's being really sneaky about, but there's nothing sneaky about taking a huge bite out of a freshly made sandwich when there are only 2 of us living there, even if I'm in the other room when it happens. Hey, so for someone like me, this mansion, the estate, would be an upgrade. And he infringes on my privacy all the time too. If I close the door to my room, he'll just start screaming and sometimes even attack the door until I open it, then just walk away. It's like he has a complex about closed doors. She doesn't look impressed, I'm a little worried. Which of course also means he doesn't close the door when he's doing his business, almost like he wants me to watch him. And at least once a week, he somehow misses and leaves these big pee puddles, which I always wind up stepping in. It's gotten to the point that I think he's causing lasting damage to the house, and no matter what I say or do, it just doesn't get through to him. Hey, I'm a woman too. Like, if he's opening his door and like, oh, that's like borderline sexual harassment, I feel like. Anyway, sorry for the rant, but I could go on for hours about this guy. But my living situation being horrible could be part of why I decided to come here. Are those eyes here, by the way? What the frick? Oh my god. Yeah, like if I don't like my current situation, then even though I don't care about my aunt and this side of the family, I might be like, what's the worst that could happen? I mean, he's a cat, yeah. Oh! I got bamboozled. I mean, he's a cat, yeah, but he's a particularly horrible cat. And it's not like I can just give him away or anything. That would be cruel. Wait, he's a cat? Like the animal? Yeah, his name is Truck. I'm terrified I won't get my security deposit back because of what he's done to the place. I'm a little bit concerned about what's going on here. So, what do you do for a living? What a coincidence, I'm also a YouTuber. Oh! I could say that. I mean, YouTube, for me, YouTube is not my job. I have a day job. But I take it as seriously as a job. It could be fun. Sure. I feel like it's probably going to be a popular option, though. I'm a streamer. I'm actually a streamer. Oh, no way! A fellow content creator. Guess we've got a lot in common, Welonz. What are the odds? What sort of streams do you do? I play video games. I mostly stream video games. That's cool. I'll have to check out your channel sometime this week. No, it's okay. It's okay. Please don't. How do you like it? Remain silent. You let Stella's compliment hang gently over the sounds of nature. A crisp breeze passes over you. You can't help but shake the feeling that you're being watched. Okay, just to clarify what happened here though. How do you like it? I didn't say anything. The choices I felt like were a little bit limiting. I mean, I like it, that's why I keep doing it, right? But there's definitely days where it's like, and I didn't feel like any of those options really represented that, so I remain silent. It's gone! It's gone. You scan the tree line, but whatever might be out there is nowhere to be seen. I want to know about her, but I think we're being watched. It might be Skunk Ape. Do your best to pretend it isn't watching us. We don't want to scare it off. Okay, well, what about you? What's your story? Gretchen and I live in a little house just outside town. It's actually the house I grew up in, so it has a lot of pleasant memories attached to it, and I'm glad I could keep it in the family. Do you have family you're living with? My great-great-grandfather built the house, and he must have done a great job because it's still just as sturdy as it's ever been. Is it a little rude to say it like that, though? I gather your parents aren't exactly around anymore? Yeah. Maybe I should've... Because even if we perceive something, sometimes we might want to pretend we didn't perceive it and let the other person say it of their own volition. So I think that wasn't the best choice there, but we haven't been using the street smart option, so I felt obliged to use one. Yup, you got it. They died a few years back. But it's okay. I've done my mourning. Life goes on. And we still get to live in our beautiful family home. Just me and Gretchen. It could be a lot worse. Yeah, you don't have to worry about your living circumstances. That's better than a lot of people. My mom died pretty recently, so I get it. It's alright if you ever need to talk about things. Oh, thanks, Welonz. That's really sweet of you. How are you holding up? Terribly, to be honest. It wasn't a quick death. It took years, to the point that it was almost a relief when it finally happened. But then it sank in that she was really gone. That I was utterly alone. And then the hospital bills started to come in, so yeah, I'm not taking it well. I can't even imagine how bad that must be. It's just salt in the wound at that point. It feels like a kind of an America-specific thing with the hospital bills. It's showtime. Oh, what? 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 I don't see anything yet. Say nothing. Whatever made that sound? I've never heard anything like it. And it's close. Here, watch Gretchen for a moment while I check this out. I'm trying to be quiet to not disturb them. I'm imagining something like the monster princess from Slay the Princess, the feral one. You and Stella inch towards the tree line as she shines her flashlight into the woods. As you approach, a series of weak clucks call out from a nearby bush. Duke's chickens! Maybe Duke's... Oh my... What the... What the hell was that? Hold on, I gotta play that back. Yeah, sometimes it does an auto-advancing thing, so it was like a sudden thing there. There was a huge abscess on that chicken too. Holy shit! I'm guessing it must be maybe 2-3 feet tall? It doesn't look hairy either, so I think we can rule out skunk ape. Wait, wasn't it a chicken? Oh! I just saw the chicken. I didn't see that. Was it something holding the chicken? I didn't even... Oh god. Because the chicken didn't look normal, so I was just focusing on that. But whatever it was, it has one of Duke's chickens. It looks like it's headed north. Let's go after it. Right behind you. You follow Stella as she sprints into the unknown, Gretchen excitedly pulling you along by her leash. Well, I'm hoping we can't die on the first day. Whoa! Oh! Oh! Ow! Are you okay? What is that? Yeah, I'm alright. I just tripped on something weird. Oh no, that poor thing. It must have been one of Duke's. Oh Jesus, it's still alive. I guess we have to roll the camera. It seems we found one of Duke's chickens, folks, and she's not looking good. I'm hesitant to speculate, but she definitely seems to have some sort of growth under her skin. Could be a tumor, could be something else. Either way, I don't think there's much that can be done for her at this point. Jeez, I hope I don't get demonetized for this one. Don't swear then. Wait, do you hear that? Oh! Stella, I swear to God, didn't I tell you to go on home? Birdie? Oh, Birdie. Oh no, what's happened to you, sweetheart? Duke, we just found her like this. I think there's something seriously wrong with her. Jesus H. Christ. There's something really wrong with all the animals we've seen tonight. No goddamn shit. It's like some kind of plague. Better not be contagious. Don't touch it then. I didn't see it. I didn't see the thing actually. I thought the chicken walked away by itself, but clearly it didn't. Examine the chicken. It's still alive. You stoop down. Don't let Gretchen get too close. She'll try to take a bite if you don't stop her. You hold Gretchen's leash close to your chest. She seems nervous, squirming slightly against her harness. Examine the growth. Good God. At first you thought it might have been a tumor, but this is something else. The skin is stretched taut, the growth pulsing beneath. She could still get better. Maybe she just needs that thing to pop and she'll be right as rain in a couple of days. Happened to me once, and there's not so much as a scar these days. I don't think that's acne. Wait, there's a bit of a shadow. Is that kind of looks like some sort of a weird fetus embryo thing. I hope it's just a shadow. Oh god. I don't know. It kind of looks like there's something in there. Whatever it might be, you know better than to investigate this lump any closer. You've seen horror movies. You back away from the chicken, your curiosity eclipsed by your instinct for self-preservation. Oh, I don't get to look at it. Duke, we saw the thing that got a hold of her. It was not a mountain lion, probably. Got it on camera, too. I don't know what it is yet. A gnome or something? You know there ain't no such thing. Do you think she's become an egg? Like, one of those things is gonna pop out of her? No. I refuse to entertain that notion. She ain't some kind of incubator. Duke, she's a chicken! She just needs that thing drained. Maybe some antibiotics, that's all. Do you think we should put her down? Maybe it's for the best. Something wrong with your head? We are absolutely not putting her down. We're getting her help. As you, Duke, and Stella take stock of the situation, a sound begins to wrap around you. Gently at first, barely a whisper, but then a guttural moan, and then another, and another, until suddenly you find yourself surrounded by a chorus of groaning misery. Don't talk. What's that sound? She starts filming again. Is there something in the woods? Come on, Birdie. Let's get you home. As Duke scoops the injured birdie, the voices in the trees intensify. It's like you're all suddenly surrounded, the strange sounds coming closer, growing bolder. What in the hell is that? You feel a tightening in the leash, pulling at you from behind. Don't you step another foot closer, or I'll shoot. Don't think I won't. Duke, wait. The man hesitates, and the thing steps forward, fixing what seems to be its eyes on Birdie, tucked under Duke's arm. The leash is drawn fully taut, and then there is a sudden looseness. Gretchen starts making ungodly noises, screaming and howling along with the din around you. Oh no! You and Stella turn just in time to see another of the creatures slithering out from the bush. Gretchen's whines and barks reaching a fevered pitch as another creature's malformed hands grasp at her. What in the world is that? Oh my god! What's going on over there? As Duke glances back, everything seems to happen at once. A patter of unnatural feet, and then chaos. Oh no, we gotta make a choice. Duke grapples with the thing as it grabs as a shotgun, pushing the barrel out of its way as it grasps for Birdie. With oddly jointed limbs, while Stella stares in shocked silence, as if paused, watching as the other creature attempts to wrestle Gretchen into the darkness, her desperate cries going unheeded. We gotta make a choice, man. Shit! Get your grubby little hands off my bird! Duke has a gun, so I'm more inclined to help Gretchen. Oh boy, okay, I'm gonna make a save here, but we're not- it's not like we're ever gonna reload though. Because we're just gonna keep going. I'm not gonna reload. Get the thing away from Gretchen. Oh my gosh. Okay, it's got 5 finger... 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What? What is in its mouth? A tongue? You die for Gretchen, attempting to snatch her away from the thing's misshapen hands. What the... What in the... Oh my god. You manage to grab her, but the creature isn't deterred. It rears back on its hind legs, its mouth opening, whispered tones sliding out alongside something sharp and unnatural. Oh, maybe this is how they're injecting, like, whatever happened to Birdie and the deer? Don't let it touch us. But then there is a deafening blast of Duke's shotgun. And suddenly, it is gone. Duke? Oh! Like, oh my god. No, I think it was one or the other there. Yeah, like, I guess it makes sense because there's no way they would have let you keep both, but oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god, what do we do? Okay. First things first, I grab Gretchen. There, step 1 is done. Gretchen is safe. Great. Okay, step 2. What's step 2? I think we should call the cops, but like, this is my internal monologue, but we must act because those things are probably still around. The thing pulled the trigger, but I thought it wanted, did it want the chicken? Or did it want us? It wanted Gretchen. Do you think the cops, like this is, I feel like the street smart option is immediately thinking that we're gonna get in trouble with the cops. Okay, well, let's try it then. Stella, we need to get our story straight. Duke had a hunting accident. By himself. Why the... But people need to know about these things. Duke's family deserves closure. The town deserves to know what's out there. Maybe the cops will help. Will they pin it on me? Because hey, I left a tip at the restaurant. Don't pin things on me, please. I don't know what kind of cops they are. I don't want to immediately believe they're horrible, like ACAB immediately, but... It's going to be a lot harder for them to believe what really happened. Because we're lying here, which is going to make it worse later. We have Stella here, at least. Okay, I'm not going to be that suspicious of cops then. They're never going to believe that footage. You're right. I barely caught anything. Did you get the footage of the thing at all? But if we got more footage, if we got a clearer shot of these things, maybe if we follow that blood trail. Stella! Are you serious? Somebody just died, dude! But evidence... And someone just died, so logically, that means that nobody else can die for a little while, right? There's gotta be a bit of a buffer. Plus, more importantly, Stella's gotta get that YouTube video out tomorrow. We need the footage. Are you sure this is a good idea? Stella? Nope. But we're already in this deep. What's the harm in digging a little deeper? In for a penny? Lead the way. Good to know. Lead the way. There are more of them. A lot more of them. They leer at you from the trees, no longer hiding as they bellow their strange calls out into the night. But it was an accident that they killed Duke, right? I don't think they're trying to kill us on purpose though, because right now they're just sort of leering at us. Oh, what the... They're bipedal with 2 hands. Stella films as she runs, narrating to an invisible audience. We're being, pursued, I think, by these weird things. It seems like they're all riled up from what just happened. Oh! Oh, those are the creatures they ate, and they infected with their little tongues? The little... Whoa, this is like a summoning circle, what the... The 2 of you come to a stop at the edge of a clearing. Okay, we seem to have found, a nest, or a crop circle, but of animals. God, that smell! The air here is flavored with rot, a pervasive stench rising up from the spiral of corpses that pattern the rock. Birdie has been placed among them, her body laying still as the creature crouches protectively over her. Gretchen seems upset, shaking in Stella's arms and whimpering quietly. At the sound of the dog's disquiet, the creatures flow out of the woods and surround the clearing. Dead eyes peer out from pale, doughy faces, watching the 2 of you and the small, terrified dog. I think Bernie's a lost cause, man. Do you think they're friendly? I don't think I'm willing to find out right now. The 2 of you take a few steps back from the clearing, then turn and start running together, back through the woods, driven by a deep animal instinct to get away from whatever these things are. Oh, they're everywhere! God, how many of these things are there? They're letting us go though. They reach out to you from between the bushes and tree branches, grasping for anything they can get a hold of. Never mind, their howls filling the night. We're almost there! You and Stella reach the main road, and the whispers fade back into the sounds of nature. Sounds like they've stopped following us. Are you sure we shouldn't call the cops? Yeah, that was sort of the implication, right? Like we weren't gonna... No, I think we should. I think we should. This is beyond us. After seeing that nest? Call away. Be my guest. I should get reception now that we're back on the main road. Let me find my phone so I can call the sheriff. You feel a buzz in your pocket. Oh, Tabitha. Where the hell did you go? 6 missed calls from Tabitha. And 13 text messages. Call her. You try and call Tabitha back, but it goes straight to voicemail. I'll just let her know that I'm okay then. Your message sits unread. Well, she cares about me, surprisingly, enough to wonder about where I am. It's okay though, I'm good. Yikes, Tabitha's been blowing up my phone. I guess she must be worried about you. She's just prickly on the outside, I think. But first things first, let's call the police. Stella pulls out her phone and dials. Hello? Earl? It's Stella Richmond. I'm up the mountain on Esgina Trail. Duke is dead, Earl. Shotgun. It happened right in front of us. There's something in the woods. Well, I guess we're forgetting about the whole, like, hunting accident story, which makes sense. I don't wanna get in trouble for lying. Because we didn't do anything. We really didn't do anything. Even if they try to, like, fingerprint the gun or something, I didn't touch it. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I think we're okay, but hurry. Jesus, Earl. Who's gonna tell Beau? I guess now we wait. It takes a little while, but eventually a patrol car arrives at the scene. Out of it walks two officers, Sheriff Hugby, a friendly older man, and Deputy Franklin, a serious man wearing sunglasses despite it being in the middle of the night. It's part of his image. They look chill though. The old man looks chill. See? Right there. A thing jumps out of the woods, then the shotgun goes off. What in the Sam Hill? What is that? Some kind of Pillsbury Doughboy? Could have been a naked maniac. As the video reveals the creature's nest, Franklin ever so slightly lowers his sunglasses. Or a whole bunch of naked maniacs. What the heck is that? Some sort of crop circle? They killed Duke. Uh-huh. Now we're gonna have to confiscate this camera, Miss Richmond, if you don't mind. This is evidence. Doesn't sound like they're really... Why do they sound so chill about this? But okay. Let me just turn it off to save the battery. Stella gave in to their request suspiciously easily. Maybe she's got a backup. She needs it for the video after all. Here you go, Deputy Franklin. We appreciate your compliance with the law. We'll get a team out in the morning to retrieve the body, but for now, Sheriff Hugby and I... Tomorrow? Please, call me Earl. Earl and I will escort you and... Who are you exactly? That's Welonz. She came into town today for the funeral. Welonz? As in... Tabitha's cousin, yeah. Damn, didn't think you'd actually show. Why? Why is that? Because Tabitha's too prickly, or because people don't come back? How many other people are invited for the funeral? We'll escort you both back to town. If there's a naked maniac on the loose, it's best you don't walk back on your own. Dude, did you look at the video? It's not a person. It's not a naked maniac. It wasn't a... Never mind. Why aren't you going out there tonight? There's a dead body in the woods. Those things out there could attack someone else. Well, it ain't exactly like old Duke's going anywhere at this point. He'll still be out there in the morning. We only have a skeleton crew at the moment. Really small town? You still gotta do it though, it's a murder! Monday nights are Deputy Derrickson's bowling nights. We'll be on alert for any more reports of naked maniacs, but retrieving Duke will just have to wait. I'm kind of regretting telling the police now. Now, if you'll kindly step into the vehicle, we can return you safely to your home. Do we have to ride back with you? We can just walk. Those creatures left. We'll be fine. Did you come? Wait, did we come in a car? There was a car here earlier. I'm afraid I'm gonna have to insist, for your own safety. Stella sighs. Okay, thank you. You can ride up front with me, little lady. That is, if your mama permits. Sure, Earl. You can hold Gretchen on the way back to town. This picture makes it look like Gretchen's going to jail. The cops usher you and Stella into the back of their squad car. You are just the cutest little thing, Miss Gretchen. Yes, you are. Sheriff Hugby pats Gretchen on the head affectionately, but she remains wholly focused on Stella, a worried look stretched across her little pug face as Hugby scratches behind her ears. Do you know something more? Little Gretchen? For such a gregarious person, Stella is unusually quiet as the car makes its way down the pitch-black mountain road. Hey, Stella. You good? She doesn't respond. Put a hand on her shoulder. She jumps slightly at your touch, but you can feel some of her tension ease and hear her let out a self-soothing sigh. Let's just give her some time to take it all in. Just stay quiet. You sit quietly, watching the trees pass by in the light of the headlights. Every now and then, you think you see a pale, anguished face staring out at you, before it slips back into the darkness. Soon, the rumble of gravel beneath the tires gives way to uneven pavement, and the car comes to a stop in front of a small cottage. You two stay out of trouble. We'll have this all sorted out in the morning. Just get a good night's sleep. And you, whatever your name was. Welonz. Sure. You're in town for the funeral? Good. Don't you go leaving before then. I imagine we'll need to ask you a few questions about everything you've seen tonight. Stella, keep an eye on her for us. Make sure she doesn't get into any more trouble. They already think I did it! Dude! Y'all have a good night now. Bye-bye, Gretchy! And y'all have a lovely evening. If any bugaboos give you trouble, you know how to get in touch. Well, I got Stella with me. We have the video, we have the camera footage. It's fine, I mean, in an ideal world we would be fine, but I don't know how this town operates yet. And here you are, back in town, away from the woods, with no one but Stella in sight. Holy shit. I hope you don't mind me asking, but why on earth did you want to walk home? That's a fair question. I've just had some bad experiences with cars. I don't know how to drive them, and I don't like getting into them unless it's literally a question of life or death. Oh. Which I guess tonight was. Sorry if I weirded you out. God, what a night. No, oh, I thought she was still shaken up after Duke's death, but... No, yeah, she was actually more okay about that, but sometimes we just have certain phobias. Fair enough. How are you holding up? How am I holding up? I mean, not great, but I'm more worried about you. I can't believe they just implied that you're a suspect, even after we showed them all of that footage. I don't know, like Stella's channel, if everyone knows about it, the people who don't believe in that sort of cryptid stuff might just think she's making shit up or something. Even after we found that nest. But it's okay. I'm not gonna let anything bad happen to you. I was there. I filmed the whole thing. At the very least, it'll never hold up in court. And it won't get to that point either, because we're gonna do a little investigating of our own. We've gotta find out more about those things. If we can get clearer footage, or better yet, trap one of them. There's no way they can blame you for what happened. You want to trap one of them? I mean, in for a penny and all that. We're in too deep now. The library doesn't open for a while, but I've read every book on cryptids they have and never came across anything like this. There is someone in town who might have some useful information. My friend's mom. Her place isn't far. We should head over now before it gets any later. Isn't it like pitch black already? Like 9 p.m.? I should check in on Tabitha. Probably. My friend's place is on the way back and stopping shouldn't take long. You sure you don't want to stop in first? I know I wouldn't want to head up that mountain road by myself after everything that's happened tonight. Well, when you put it like that. Sure, let's do it. Yeah, they drove you back. They won't drive me back to Tabitha's house. Stupid cops. Awesome, let's go. I was gonna ask if you were gonna just hold on to Gretchen the whole time like that. I hope she's still awake. Welonz. Oh, Jesus. You and Stella turn to see a shadowy figure staring at you from across the road. You didn't hear it approach. Duke? Duke? Reanimated? Welcome home. Before you can respond, the door behind you swings open. An older woman stands in the entryway. Go home, Wayne. I can't help you tonight. Wayne? You look back and the figure is already gone, disappeared into the shadows of the night. Okay. Okay, that was just a normal occurrence. I'm sorry about that, Stella. Some people just can't be helped. What brings you out here so late? And who is this? Hi, Mrs. Forsyth. This is Welonz. Is it okay if we come in? Of course, of course. You're in luck. I just put on water for hibiscus tea. And for goodness sake, you can call me Sybil. You're an adult now, after all. Oh, she seems like she's used to this kind of thing. Who the hell was that? Welcome to my little nook. It's nice to finally meet you, Welonz. I was so sorry to hear about your mother. You know my mom? My mom? Not Tabitha's mom? Vivian was such a lovely soul, and she's been sorely missed in the holler. And now poor Pearl Ann is gone as well. Do let me know if there's anything you need while you're in town. You knew my mom? Of course, dear. She was a good friend of mine for many years. She was such a lovely woman. You should come by sometime. I can delight you with unsavory tales of her youth. Yeah, because we used to... Did I used to live in this family here? My mom used to live here, but I don't know when I was born. So people who are of the older generation might remember it when my mom was still living here. How did you know that she died? Oh, Pearl Ann was a chatty woman. Not much went on that I wouldn't get an earful of, bless her heart. Who was that outside? Just a very sick man. You don't need to be worried about him. He had blood over him? That wasn't Wayne then? Oh, that wasn't Duke then? He knew my name! He said welcome home! I'm good. I don't need to help. It's fine. We need your help. Ah, yes. I suppose pleasantries can wait for another time. What's got you here so late? You seem troubled. You know about weird stuff, right? Unexplainable stuff? Go on. Duke was killed tonight by something in the woods. Oh my lord. Have you contacted the police? Yes, and they didn't take it very seriously. Yeah, even if it wasn't a murder, even if it wasn't some weird cryptid, even if it was actually just a naked maniac, they didn't seem to care at all. They're not even looking for the body until tomorrow. Those things out there, I don't even know how to describe them. Here, I can show you. Stella pulls out a memory card from her sleeve and pops it into her phone. This must have been why she was so quick to hand over her camera. Smart. But then what about when the cops find out you didn't give them the footage? Aren't they gonna be pissed? Did you make a copy? You couldn't have, right? That was so quick. I wasn't just about to let the police hold on to this, at least not before we had a chance to make a copy. Good idea. Just in case, you don't know who's on whose side right now. It could be the cops in on this. There could be a cult here. Smooth. The cops wouldn't know what to do with that footage anyway. Imagine if they accidentally erased it. Oh yeah, accidentally. Exactly. I'll give it to them if they ask again, but for now, we can examine the footage for ourselves. Where was this? Up the mountain to the northwest? Within the town limits? Yes. I see. Is there a way to make the video bigger? And louder if you can? I need to plug the memory card into a computer. I could go back and get mine. No need. Kaneeka should still be awake. She can lend us hers. You better come with, Stella. I'm sure she'll be more willing to help a friend than her nosy mother. The friend, like actually Stella's friend, because we're here to look for her friend's mother. Kaneeka, come on out. We could use a little help. What, Mom? Oh, hey Stella. And Gretchen. Who's a good potato? And a stranger. A cute stranger? Oh god, I said nothing. Oh, it's okay, I get that a lot. Did you just call me cute? No, you must have misheard me. This is Welonz, Tabitha's cousin. Oh, right. I heard she was coming to town. Hi, nice to meet you. It's a little late. Why are you two here? Sweetie, we were wondering if we could borrow your laptop. Stella and her friend have a video to show us. It's really important, Kaneeka. Okay. My room's a mess. I'll just bring it out there. Heads up, Kaneeka. This is graphic. Duke got killed out there in the woods tonight. It's on the recording. Yeah, maybe we should have led with that. It's a small enough town that everyone knows everyone else, right? So I think that's... Yeah. Wait, are you serious? Duke's dead? Silence washes over the room as the video plays. Stella, what the hell is this? I'm sorry either of you had to see this, but Welonz and I have no idea how to make heads or tails of it. Stella, are you okay? I'm fine, really. I'm okay. She is really okay for considering the circumstances, but I feel like it might be the adrenaline or some when you watch movies and stuff and something shocking happens, you expect everyone to be super shocked about it, but the reality is people often react in unexpected ways to shocking events. Shockingly normal ways. This sounds passive-aggressive. Remain silent. Poor Duke. Poor Beau. Has anyone told him yet? We talked to the police. I hope they told Beau, but Earl and Deputy Franklin didn't seem to be in much of a hurry to do anything. I'll call him later tonight. But for now, we have something far more serious to discuss. I agree, those things are still out there. And as long as they are, more people are in danger. I think maybe I'll know more once they go back tomorrow to find Duke's body, because are they gonna do to Duke's body what they did to Birdie? Inject it with their little syringe tongue and... Maybe the little thing inside, is it like making more of themselves? They're like making an army of themselves? Somehow? Because there were a lot of them. But at the same time, it didn't seem like they were super aggressive in trying to kill us. Maybe they want to capture us alive so they can inject us? I don't know, but either way, I don't like the thought of something that we don't know just lurking out there. So very true, but not for the reasons you think. My grandmother used to talk about the pale creatures called ditchlings. She always said they were a terrible omen, a sign of suffering to come. Mom, come on! Whatever's doing this is serious. Stop scaring Stella and Welonz with this tele-po crap. Kaneeka, sweetie, let your mother talk. She always said they never hurt people, despite that grisly scene in the woods. Yeah, cause that damage was done because of the shotgun going off, but it could have just been the struggle and the accidental trigger finger misfire. But Duke is dead. Then if these are ditchlings, his death was an accident, or my grandmother was wrong, and she was very rarely wrong. Just as birds flock before a storm, the ditchlings congregate where tragedy is soon to fall. To see so many in one place? Tragedy soon to fall. It has not yet fallen. The tragedy that led to my aunt dying isn't even the tragedy that's being foretold right now. Great, and I happen to be in town. Jesus, Mom. Haven't they already been through enough? It's okay, Kaneeka. This is helpful. I don't know if it is. Okay, let's focus on what we know. Whatever they are, they're doing something to these animals. You saw that nest. What were those growths? Maybe the ditchlings were here for Duke. Like some sort of self-fulfilling prophecy. What, Duke? Duke wasn't asking for them to come. Oh, you mean like Duke's tragedy is the tragedy that's supposed to happen, so the ditchlings came to foretell that, except them coming here is exactly what caused it? Unfortunately, no. Their presence forewarns of something far more sinister than one man's death. Stop speculating about this occult nonsense. Let's focus on what we know. Right. What are those growths? Kaneeka's very no nonsense. Oh, she's got like a, what is it? It's a Sailor Moon shirt? Isn't that copyrighted? How can they're allowed to put this in here? Maybe they're making more of themselves? You know, you have a point there. Did you see all of those open wounds at that spiraled nest? It's like they were incubating in the local wildlife. Yeah, like all of them have chomp marks on them. There weren't any growths there, so maybe we're looking at some sort of parasitic larval stage, like really big doughy wasps. Maybe the growths weren't there because they already opened up, and they already became one of those ditchlings. Oh dear, I'd forgotten entirely about the tea I'd put on. Let me fix you up a couple of cups. It'll help soothe your nerves. I don't know. It's getting late and I should let Welonz get some rest. I ran her ragged today with all the hiking and running through the woods in terror. I mean, I am tired, but I'm also running on adrenaline. I can stay up. This is important. Okay. Maybe it's that I'm eager to get home and start doing some research. I'll ask around on my usual forums to see if anyone has information on ditchlings. Is that what you called them? That's right. You go on home now, and do try to get some rest. Don't stay up all night on the online. Let me get you some of my house-made peppermint tea to go. It really does wonders to soothe the soul. Bye, Stella. I'll see you tomorrow, okay? And call me if you need to talk. Thanks, Kaneeka. I'll see ya. Bye, Welonz. Bye, Kaneeka. Bye, Sybil. It's excellent iced or warm. Though with the nights getting chillier, warm will probably be best. Helps wake up the bones. Be careful out there, both of you. Sybil turns and closes the door behind us. Are you sure we can't just, hang around for a bit more or even stay? Alrighty, let's call it a night. Mind walking me home? Who's gonna walk me home then? Am I just gonna go back up by myself? And here we are. You're welcome to stay the night if you want. Tabitha's okay though. I mean, I do want to check on Tabitha, but I think Tabitha, she's not in danger. She's just in the house. And I did text her that I'm okay. I got more worried about me having to walk up back to the mountain by myself. And frankly, I am hot and could use the company tonight. Yeah, I think we could each use some company tonight. My thoughts exactly. And Gretchen. End episode 1 at Stella's. Oh, so it sounds like you can... Oh! You can... You're ending... We're at the end, or... First of all, we're at the end, and you can end at different places. It doesn't take long for Stella to fix up the guest room for you. While it's certainly smaller than its counterpart at the estate, it's far better cared for. Well, any room would be more cared for. Make yourself at home. Oh, gee, there's just one bed. I wonder what we're gonna do. Who was that guy outside of Sybil's? There was something really off about him. Wayne? I haven't really gotten to know the guy. I think he works in the mine? Just some mining accident gone wrong? Yeah? It might be worth looking into him. Tomorrow? But he was all bloody and stuff, and he knew my name. No one's talking about how he knew my name. What do you make of all this? Gosh, I don't even know where to begin. Those creatures are out there and Duke is dead. I know that some of those things Sybil said were a little wild, but if she is right and they are an omen... I can understand Kaneeka not believing it because maybe video can be doctored, but we both saw it with our own eyes. It's not at the point where we're thinking, hey, is this stuff real or not? Maybe we can change things and stop whatever's brought them here before it happens. Rational? Rational versus not rational. I don't know what to think. It couldn't hurt to poke around town. I have the time. Yeah, it's not like I've got another week. Agreed. What does this mean? Oh, you know you didn't have to do all this, right? You don't have to worry about that. I'm glad the guest room is finally getting some use. Oh, it's a guest room. Ooh. Oh. Wait. Feels like something I might want to explore here. I want to call Tabitha. I want to let her know I'm okay. But the night doesn't have to end just yet. I was about to throw myself back into work, but you're right. We could probably use some time to let everything catch up to us. How about we lie down for a minute and just listen? Just listen? Wait, this is moving too fast for me. We've only met for like a few hours. But common experiences lets us bond or something, and we did have a very extremely dire common experience. Yeah, just quietly listen to the sounds of the house, to the wind blowing outside. It's how I've always grounded myself after something terrible has happened. Sounds good to me. So you're in the guest room too, then? She turns off the light as the two of you get comfortable, Gretchen settling in at the foot of the bed. Stella lies beside you, and the two of you settle into a comfortable silence in the darkened room. Her heartbeat and the gentle moan of the Appalachian wind near deafening in the otherwise quiet atmosphere. With her beside you, the events of the evening seem like something that happened to someone else, though you can still clearly picture the terror you felt in those moments. For now, you're safe and you're warm. Eventually, the sun will rise and chase away the monsters and make them seem like nothing but bad dreams. Maybe tomorrow, if you're lucky, you'll wake up in the normal world and have a relaxing week in the mountains with a new companion. It's a nice thought, but deep down, you can't help but worry that things will only get worse. As you drift off, you can just barely feel the mattress shudder with a quiet sob. Oh? A quiet sob? I am a little bit worried about Tabitha there, though. We didn't talk to her for much, but she lives here. Hopefully she'll be just fine. Look, a miner. A miner. Ah, there's supposed to be 7 episodes because 1 episode for each day. Probably, right? We still got a whole week left. Or 6 days. I feel like... Oh, who is that? Someone who looks depressed. Tabitha's gonna be pretty worried about me. I don't like leaving her hanging. Oh god, for a second I thought those were the ditchlings. Those are just like random llamas. Ah! The hole! Oh. What's in the mines? There's gotta be some urban local legends. What was that shadow? Oh, it's all scratched up. That's a lot of locks. There's gotta be some local legends that speak more of what's happening or what those things are. And that is it for Scarlet Hollow, Episode 1. Episode 2 awaits, but we will end off here for now. It feels like they're doing a lot of setup for the future already, even though it's just Episode 1. Like little things. Obviously you got the big thing with whatever's going on with the ditchlings, but even simple stuff like your relationships with people. The thing about how Scarlet Hollow is apparently a very branching sort of visual novel, well, it's definitely not the kind where it's linear and you just keep clicking next, because we get to make choices basically every other moment. Which is not a surprise coming from Slay the Princess, because that game was also extremely branching. My understanding is that Scarlet Hollow is even more branching than that, and that's part of why there's no voice acting, because there's just so many different scenarios and dialogue and text. Stuff like Duke and Gretchen, that choice, I'm sure if we saved Duke, then Gretchen would have died. And so there's a version of this game out there where maybe up until even episode 4, Duke is still alive and he's still kicking and all that. Even though if you play only one time, it's hard to see where there are different choices where the branches break off from. You can sort of guess how it would go. It seemed like at the end there, we did not have to take up Stella's offer to stay at her place. And even the whole act of getting to know Stella better. I just sort of beeline for it because I'm hot and I can, but I don't think you had to. That was the impression I got, and maybe there is going to be other people down the line who are entranced by my good looks as well that we could get to know further. But getting to sleep in someone's bed on the the first night was not something I was expecting. Yeah, we didn't meet many other people yet. We mainly just got to know Stella this time, but there's a whole town out there. And Tabitha! Tabitha, I really wanted to get to know a bit more because, yeah, why is she so prickly? Why did she even invite me to the funeral to begin with if she's acting like she doesn't want me to be here? But I'm not sure if we could, for example, like, romance Tabitha because she's our cousin and all, so that's... I think it might be legal to marry your cousin in certain places, but I don't know about the States, and I don't know about the... how acceptable it would be to romance our cousin. Yeah, I think it's an interesting start. Maybe not as crazy as Slay the Princess, especially because I started on one of the crazier routes in Slay the Princess, but they're setting up a lot of stuff, and looks like we got supernatural monsters here that are trying to do what? Apparently forewarn of some tragedy. So what kind of tragedy is gonna happen here? I guess we would have to keep playing to find out, huh? I think I'm interested to see what's next for sure, but at the same time, the story's not finished yet, so I'm not like in a massive hurry. We got 4 episodes out now, and maybe the 5th one out this year. Because the thing about playing stuff and then putting it off for a while is that when I come back to it, I'll just completely forget about everything, so I'm not sure if I should continue right this point. The new update for the Chapter 1 stuff, I mean, I can't even tell what's been updated because I haven't played the original version either. So, yeah. I liked what I saw, though. Definitely a weird and moody kind of town. Feel free to let me know what you thought about Scarlet Hollow's Episode 1. This update is called The Roads Untraveled. Thank you for watching, hope you enjoyed watching as much as I enjoyed playing it, and I will see you all in another place in another time. Bye!